demolished a Trump White House official, Brian Morgenstern. And this is over the issue of healthcare. Now, I very rarely do this, but I'm going to show you the entire exchange. There really is no way to edit this down. It was so well done, and it is so rare to see. And really, I mean, Brianna really shouldn't deserve the credit that she's going to get after I play this clip, because this is kind of what you should expect from the media. But because it is so rare, I have to show you this. This is exactly what all media should be doing to the Trump administration, especially on the issue of healthcare.
Consequences of this vacancy on the direction of the country could be huge, because if you fill this vacancy, Obamacare is likely dead. So where is your plan to replace it?
So the president has taken a number of steps in the healthcare space. I would not agree, by the way, with your premise on hypocrisy, but we've gone through that. So I'll move on to your healthcare question. But with respect to Obamacare, the president is committed to protecting pre-existing conditions. He's alluded to his executive actions he can do in that regard. He has also taken a number of steps already on reducing drug prices, on making different types of plans, more affordable plans, available to the American people, like association health plans. He's made telemedicine more available. So he is about reducing costs, expanding access, especially with the measures he's already taken. And he has said in the media in recent weeks that he will have more to say on healthcare as well. But he is 100% committed to protecting pre-existing conditions.
People are already voting. Where is the plan?
He has said, I mean, the people can get a pretty good preview of the way the president views healthcare in this country and on how to expand access and reduce costs, because he's taken a number of steps already. He will take a number of additional steps that
Brian,
he will outline very soon.
listen, that's not that. Let's listen to what he said less than a week ago. This is what he said about having a plan ready.
You've been promising a new healthcare plan. I interviewed you in June of last year. You said the healthcare plan would come in 2 weeks. You told Chris Wallace that this summer it would come in 3 weeks. You promised an executive order on pre-existing.
I have it already.
But you've been trying to strike down pre-existing conditions.
I have it already, and it's a much better plan for you.
It's all ready. That was 6 days ago. Where is the plan, Brian?
The president will roll it out when he's ready to do so, but it will focus on expanding access, reducing costs.
Wait,
and
no,
it's important to know.
Brian, it doesn't matter where is the plan? We're 6 weeks from the election. He'll roll it out when he's ready. People are already voting. He's been promising this over the summer. He's been promising this for years. He's asking the Supreme Court in a moment that it will get soon to get rid of Obamacare. He has to have something to replace that if he's going to make good on his promises. Where is the plan?
He has already eliminated the individual mandate. He has already lowered prescription drug costs. He has already expanded healthcare options and insurance options. He has already expanded telemedicine. He'll have more to say on the subject very soon. I understand
people
it's
with
frustrating
pre-existing condition. No, people. Well, there is no plan. These are executive orders. And on the issue of pre-existing conditions, this isn't when the president is talking about a plan. It seems to be that he's talking about a comprehensive plan. People are concerned. You heard this last week from voters. They're concerned about their pre-existing conditions. You're looking at an estimated 12 million people during this COVID pandemic. It becomes increasingly important who may be losing their employer-provided insurance. So where is the plan that they need and that they should have if we listen to what the president has said? Where is the plan?
Well, I appreciate your persistence. You've now asked me the same question a number of times, and I will give you the same answer.
I've gotten the answer no times. I've not actually gotten an answer. That's why I'm asking again, Brian.
Issue a more comprehensive view, but you can, as I've said, you can get a preview already from the many comments that he's made and the many actions he has taken. He is committed to protecting pre-existing conditions. He is committed. He has already lowered costs. He has already expanded access.
When will he release the plan, Brian?
He will release it very soon, Brianna. And he will discuss it with the American people, and he'll be very transparent.
Deadlines. Before the election?
He will be very soon. He will be very transparent on this policy, as he is with all of his other policies. The American people will never have to guess where President Trump stands on a very important issue.
They will certainly have to guess where he stands on this issue. Let's listen to what he has said over the summer about the timing of his plan.
We're signing a health care plan within 2 weeks. A full and complete health care plan that the Supreme Court decision on DACA gave me the right to do. So we're going to sign an immigration plan, a health care plan, and various other plans And nobody will have done what I'm doing in the next 4 weeks. I do want to say that we're going to be introducing a tremendous health care plan sometime hopefully prior to the end of the month. It's just about completed now. So over the next 2 weeks, I'll be pursuing a major executive order requiring health insurance companies to cover all pre-existing conditions for all customers. That's a big thing.
I'll ask you again, Brian. The plan is long overdue. Why is the plan not out?
Brianna, it'll be out very soon. I don't know if you expected me to bring it with me here to this interview, but the president will release it on his timeline very soon, and he will focus on
Brian, he's
reducing
not
costs,
releasing.
expanding
Brian,
access.
to be clear, Brian, he put his timeline out there. That's completely false. What you're saying, he's not releasing it on his timeline. He's blown past his timeline. I mean, is there even a plan?
It's his timeline. So there is a plan. He will describe it clearly to the American people. It will reduce costs and expand access and protect pre-existing conditions. And the American people will have a very good look at it, and they'll be very pleased with it.
How is he gonna protect pre-existing conditions with an executive order? You know that's not how it works. He can't do that. He's asking the Supreme Court to get rid of Obamacare, which protects people with pre-existing conditions.
I think some of the best lawyers in the world and in the country have looked at this and helped him with it, and he is very confident that with executive action he'll be able to do that, as he has already publicly stated.
Brian, if that were the case, then Presidents Obama and Clinton wouldn't have gone through that rather pleasant process of going to Congress to get pre-existing conditions protected. You can't just do that with an executive order. That's what the experts say. This is something that requires something more.
I think other experts say differently. I'm not here to speak for President Obama or Clinton. I'm here to speak for President Trump. And what his lawyers have looked at, given the current state of the law, they believe they're on sound footing to do that. So he will do what it takes to protect pre-existing conditions. It would obviously be better if we get Congress on a bipartisan basis to help pass a comprehensive health care plan that will do all these things that the president wants. But if, to the extent they're not willing to play ball, he will use his authority to expand access, lower costs, and protect pre-existing conditions.
All right, people are already voting. We are just several weeks here to the election, so we'll be awaiting that plan that is long overdue from the president. Brian Morgenstern, thanks for being with us.
I think Brian was just happy to get out of there. That was almost 7 minutes of Brianna Keilar solidly pushing the Trump White House official on the issue of health care, knowing full well that Trump doesn't have a health care plan, has never had a health care plan, has been saying for years that he has a health care plan, has never shown anything, has never presented any health care plan. Before the election, Trump was saying that his health care plan, he would have everyone covered. Under Trump's health care plan, everybody would be covered. Well, where's the plan? That was 4 years ago. They have no plan. All they have tried to do is repeal the Affordable Care Act, which, if you know anything about what I do, is not a great plan. The Affordable Care Act is literally a Republican plan from the 90s. It is a Heritage Foundation healthcare plan from the 90s. It is a private insurance-based healthcare plan. That is capitalism 101, tying healthcare to private insurers for the rest of time. This is why Trump has never presented a healthcare plan. Because how further right could he possibly go?
As a mom of 4 boys,